You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no change. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin, unless, of course, you do your job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find a warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on the blade is your implement. You'll need The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the... Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job, you've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's beautiful. How could... I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Okay. down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for...
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Appreciate the vote of confidence.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? All they've done is point a finger. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those...
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything. All...
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear? She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grab... Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. It's cool. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger? Your eyes dart to the corners of the... Where is she? As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away. Her quiet footstep. It can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. And you don't know how much time passes before the end. But eventually, the world ends, and you end with it. You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cab. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning, she will... Don't... The interior of the cabin is... The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world with... Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She does... That's not actually... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the prince... Her voice...
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not... Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend you can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp blade.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that... I'm just glad we could put all this... Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line. Let's chat her up a bit first. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue. Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness? Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your...
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now.
Still, better a violent fool than a plotting...
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your arm. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite team. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at... Great, she's just in for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Ha, you bastard! Even face to face, you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. Are we? We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, we'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched. That's nice and all, but are we winning? Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the princess way. What's going on? We're establishing a newer, better pecking order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them. As you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe. See, this is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever. We know. We can see them.
I've already made so clear.
You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way. Shit. What do we do? We should probably get back to stabbing. You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she... At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lift it delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging. Tears well up in the princess's...
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe. And then you pop. Everything goes dark.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end, but something cold and unnatural